Welcome to Nick and Bytes. Today I'm going to discuss about object linking and embedding. So, what exactly is object linking and embedding? So, as the word suggests, object is any kind of file in computers. Linking is when you link one object with another object, and embedding is when you put something within the file itself. Now, what is the main problem happens is I'll give you a real life example here. So in our company, one guy was creating a file and he was linking or embedding a document in his Excel file. But whenever he was sending that file to the client, he was getting an error message because client was not able to open the linked file. He was not sure what was the problem, and I'm sure a lot of people have the same kind of problem. So let us go through the process. First we'll see how do we get this object and where it is located in Excel menu, and how do we use it. So first of all, in case you want to link in document or you want to create a document, what you have to do is you need to click on the insert, and then you have to see for this option text. Under text menu bar, you will see a small box which is like a file folder. Click on that folder option. It gives you an option. So there are two different ways to create a document. One is create new documents. That means you can embed a image or you can create an icon. So this option I will explain you in a bit. And second thing, you can create from file. That means you already have a file in your system that you want to send to somebody else. So how do we do that? Let's do create image. So if I click on create new, let me take a Word document. So when I click on that, if you have noticed here, the moment I click on this, my menu bar has changed, and it looks more like a Microsoft Word menu rather than Excel. So I can do anything that we do in Microsoft Word application, and if you want to save it in your document, you just need to click anywhere else on the spreadsheet. Now take a look again. When I click here, my menu bar changes to MS Word, but when I click outside in the spreadsheet, my menu changes again back to Excel. Now you can also resize it, and this works like a normal shape that we add in Excel. You double click it, you will be able to work on it. In case you would like to change color, simply select the color of your choice and you will see everything fills in. You can also resize it, place it anywhere you want, and it works. Now if I save this file and if I close it for a moment, and if I open this file once again, you will be able to see the object linking and embedding file, OLE. So you can see that again. If I click here, it will take some time because it's an embedded object, and you can see again it has changed to Word, Microsoft Word. And again, if you want, you can add new text. And just click on spreadsheet again, it works. So this is pretty straightforward. You can include different kind of options. Let me go again, insert, find for the text, click on the folder menu, and you can add bitmap images, that is your MS Paint. You can add PDF files, you can add charts, presentation, that is your PowerPoint, anything you want to include. And the other option is when you click on display icon, and let's say again if I take a word, you will see the difference how it works. Now one important thing to notice here is if you see at the top, you see document in ole.xlsx. So this is a reference file which shows that this document is in Word, but actually it is a part of my Microsoft Excel file. So once I enter the data, I'll close the option. You can see that I have a Word file, and when I double click it, it opens up the file again, and you can again add your data. So these two files, when you send this file to somebody else, this your Excel file, to any of the users via email, via sharing, via remote sharing or DocuShare, any applications you are using, these two documents are going to travel with the file. So this is pretty straightforward. The confusing part is when sometimes we have a file on our desktop or maybe anywhere on the shared folder, your local drive, or I would say you name it. I mean, you can have on the shared drive, you can have on the DocuShares, anywhere. So let me just take my folder and I will try to link one file here. Okay. Now I have two different options here. If you notice, one is link to file and one is display as icon. And if I do not select any of the options, this is going to look like the window that we have here is like a word window. Let's do this first. Yeah, you can see that. Again, it opens up a new file for you. And then whatever you want, you can do with this file, add data and everything. See that? So this is the data I have in my file. If I double click it, it opens up the Excel menu this time. You can make the changes in the file and then close it. It will stay in your file. So this is one of the ways when you want to have say some calculation. It is very important when we work on the strategical models or um, any kind of models when we work on, or you have some presentations to share. You can create a small screen and embed your document. So again, since this is not linked, it has now become the part of this file, and if you send this file to somebody else, this is going to move along with the document. Moving to the next option, let's select the same file again, and this time I will display this as icon. Click OK. So if you notice now, I have a file. It has the file path here, and this is again my Excel file. I double click it, it opens up the file. Again, you can see at the top it shows worksheet in ole.xlx. So this means this is a OLE file that I saved on my computer, and whenever you see anything like this, that means this is an embedded object. Close this. And now if we come to the last part, which makes a lot of people are confused about. That is, when I link the file, some people what they do is they tend to click on this option, link to file, which says insert the content of the file into the document and creates a link to the source file. Changes to the source file will be reflected in your document. This is very important feature, no doubt about it. Let's say you have a remote shared drive, or you have a docu share wherein the path of the file would remain the same. Let's say we have a X drive, and in X drive we have a folder for projections, and in projections you have this lookup multiple file, and when you send it to your manager or to your peers, if they open the file they will see the link. So if anyone updates the data in this particular file here on this location, the updated data will reflect on everyone's screen the moment they will open the file. Again, you can see that there is no difference as far as when you look at the file here, but what we have to do is we will make it as an icon just for our reference, and we will also click on link to file. Now you can see that it's again coming as a small window. Ideally it should come as an icon. Let me just try one more time. You can also change the sorry, icon if you want. Click OK, click OK. Okay, we can ignore this one for timing. So this is the one that we have linked. The main difference, if you notice, when I click on the file that I embedded in my document, you see the worksheet, but it doesn't have any path. It gives you a blank cell here. But when I click on the linked one, it shows me the location. In my important Excel folder, I have a lookup multiple XLSX file. Now this is what I'm going to do is to clarify, I'll delete this one and I'll just keep the file which was linked. I save the file and then we will go to the folder where I have the file. Let me just close it first, and 1 second, let me just check the location of the file that I saved. This is the file. Now what we'll do is we will close this file because we do not want any changes in the file right now. And now we are going to move this file to some other folder. I created a test folder and I will shift this file to test folder. So that means we do not have the file in this location anymore. Now see what happens when I open our OLE file. Now there we go. It asks you, do you want to update the link? If you want, you can click on update. If you don't want, you can click on don't update. Now see, if you notice, the location of the file is still the same, and let's try to open the file. You see that I'm trying to click on this file, but nothing happens here. The reason being there is the issue in this file now, but when I click on this one, it does work even though the file we have moved. So what happens is when you link a file, you need to make sure that the other person should have the access to the same path, and in case you are sending it to somebody else, a local file from your machine, always make sure to use insert OLE option, create from file, and simply select the file that you want to send to somebody else. Just 1 second. Let me just take some other file this time, and I will display as icon. So if I use this option link to file, I need to make sure that other files should have access to this file, or it is on the remote location. If this file is on your local machine and you are going to use this option link to file, the embedded object will not work on the other side. You do get some errors sometimes. You need to make sure that you attach the correct file. If the file is not working fine, there are chances that it may not work. Let me just take Excel file one more time. Yeah, you can see that this is the file here. Yeah, so every time you click on this file, it will show you whatever the data you have in the file, and whenever you have linked the file, you need to make sure that the file should be available on that location, and if it is your local machine, you got to make sure that the other person should have access to that folder. In case they do not have the access to that folder, they are going to get the error message. You can see that even the access database you can link and send. So I hope this tutorial was helpful for you guys. You understand the concept of object linking and embedding, the difference between creating a new document, linking a file, and linking the file with your document, and how to embed an object. In case you have any questions, or if you think I miss out on something, please feel free to drop us a comment and we will look into that. Also make sure to subscribe to our channel. We are going to bring a lot of new videos about Microsoft Excel and other Microsoft products. So thank you for watching this video.